Hello and welcome to another Duel review. This one was sent to me by Shaggy Powers, who's playing as Moxies. This is played in the 3 versus 3 Slifer Red tournament. There's 8 teams. The format is reverse Iron Man. I ended up with Shaggy on my team. This is the first round, and so far it's 1 and 1 between both teams. I played against 10 ply and won, and Shifty lost with his warrior deck against Insidious. Insidious is probably their strongest player, but Moxus is no pushover either. I'm not sure how good Shag is, but I guess we'll find out. Shifty, however, is top 5 on the dueling book ladder with an absurd rating, so really happy to have that guy on my team. Shaggy, from what I've heard, is a decent player, but I don't know if they have any strong achievements so far. I could definitely be wrong though. So it would appear we're playing Chaos Turbo, maybe Chaos Control. Chaos Control, more likely, with the armor, Secret's armor and the Tsukimi. I think here we just set the Koichi pass. You could set the Secret's armor. Actually, we also have the read that Moxis is likely to play Warrior, because that's usually what Moxis plays. Moxis does have a top 8 and a GFC, in the last GFC actually, with 139 players, which is a very respectable finish with Warriors. So yeah, I actually really like setting the Secret's armor. And here we're going to get hit by Don Salug, I suppose? No. So this, I think, already looks a bit weird for Moxis to go for the Nobleman when they have the Blade Knight. I suppose we couldn't out the Spy, but I don't know. I guess if I can't out the Spy, then sure, I guess. So we're quite happy. We exchanged 1 for 1. We did not get blown out, or 2 for 2 rather. Um, let's say we get Dust Shot. We do not, it would appear. I think we blind MST, go for the Tsukiyomi. Goes for the Tsukiyomi without blinding the MST. Not sure I agree with that. Yeah, alright, at this point I think we set um, the Torrential. We could also set the Mirror Force, we could set 2 cards. I think now we can blind the MST to hit the Judgment, Dust Tornado, or such. Or Pro Storm. Doesn't blind the MST here. I think this is a bit of a mistake, but the MST is pretty good in the matchup. We often play double revivals. Sets the Mirror Force. This is a bit weak to Breaker, but I guess it's a 50-50 to the MST. So yeah, I think this is fine. Obviously, gets wrecked by Pro Storm, but so does all 2 card set combinations. Personally, I would probably have fire out the MST and set the Torrential. So I would flip the Mirror Force here. I just want to get that off the board. I agree. Now we blind MST. Not quite sure why now. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why. No. So it's not the Pro Storm because it would have been flipped, I assume. Which leads me to believe that our play is set both traps. I agree. I think we just flip the Torrential. They disagree? We do have. No, I'm scared. I would just trade 1 for 1. Here we definitely go for the turn. Do we? Yeah, probably, because now we're under pressure. So the difference is we don't use the MST because we don't have to actually respond to anything. So we don't need to clear back row. But now we do, because now we're going to have to try and get this tribe off. So now I think we flip the Dust Tornado. So that's a great draw. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So we go for that, obviously. So this worked out really well for Shaggy. But yeah, it's a bit scary to leave a threat there. A bit greedy, I would say. That's an awful draw. Decides to set it there, which does two things. Place around trap dust shoot in a draw step, and maybe we fire off a dust tornado onto it. Also, it could discourage them from overextending into torrential. Unfortunately, we actually have the torrential, so maybe that would be a good thing. I still think setting it is definitely the right play. Cool, got there. So we set the break pass. I like that Shaggy Powers is shuffling their hand every turn. I mean, both players know it's two Thunder Dragons, but I like it. The habit is nice to see. Finally, someone who shuffles their hand. We're going to Ragek break this. And that's a pretty good one. Yeah, so do we summon it or not? I think we summon it because we can't really take a hit. Maybe we can. Hmm. So let's say they summon a monster attack. We take the hit. We draw with some Chaos Source to use the effect. That looks a bit precarious. I guess there's no Snatch. There is no Chaos monster either. Maybe that's just better. I'm not sure. Let's see what they go for. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, do we have any read on the set? It could definitely be blank. Yeah, this did work out well. I think that was close. Oh, it was cold haunted. Okay. That's actually, yeah, a bit unfortunate, because now it would have been nice to have the Chaos Sorcerer. Oh, Heavy Storm. That's actually a good draw. Nice. Yeah, this is bad. Decides not to set the meta? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Oh, there's a Lucky Top deck. I think we actually just activate Scapegoat to play on Dust Tornado here. Maybe that's too defensive. We're going to lose the Judgment either way. So what's the downside to activating the Scapegoat? I don't know. Premature onto Tribe in the future? It says just set it. I think I actually would have activated it, but I'm not sure that's correct. So here we definitely want to set something, seeing as our life total is so low. Doesn't really matter. Guess we set the Snatch. I think that's slightly worse than the meta. Doesn't set something, so now we're vulnerable to a Trap Dust Shoot, which could be devastating if we draw a useful monster. Also, we let them set another back row without flipping the Scapegoat. So if this back row here turns out to be a Judgment, then that actually just lost us the game. So yeah, first thing, I would have activated the Scapegoat immediately, and if not, I would still have activated it before the set card uh, could be activated from moxies. We're not punished though, which is nice for sure. Here we go for the Metamorphosis, I assume. Actually, Metamorphosis is worse against exactly Torrential Tribute, but Snatch is worse against Book, because if we use Snatch and a Book, then there's a set skill Dark, and our TR is not threatening lethal damage. Whilst if we go for the meta, we book the TR, then we can snatch the skill Dark and potentially deal lethal damage. So I think we should leave with the Metamorphosis. Uh, Whether or not Warrior decks play Torrential nowadays, I think it's close to 50-50. So I think that's somewhat unlikely. But yeah, if we use the meta and there's a Torrential and no other relevant back row, then we do look kind of silly. But yeah, I think this is the line. So yeah, we do get booked, and now we use a Snatch. Yeah, easy, nice. I think Shaggy played that well. A couple of spots where I would have done something different. But yeah, I'm impressed. They discard light and dark. They set the monster. Okay, we use the Thunder Dragon. It's nice that we're not getting dust shot. Also, this match actually took ages for him to play. We both played really slowly. Uh, much slower than what is reasonable or appropriate for any game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But we both agreed to it, so I mean, what can you do as a spectator? But yeah, I'm not a fan. So we decided to only set the Torrential and not set both the Torrential and the Mirror Force, which I think is a bit weird facing two set cards. I would have set both. Then again, I would have get Jar of Greed plus Heavy Stormed, so. But yeah, we get punished severely here. I mean, likely there's what's it called? Judgment either way, but at least we would have gotten to trade for the judgment. Ooh, and we hit the BLS. That's bad. Really bad. And we don't have a dark. Yeah, so best case scenario would have been to discard a Chaos Sorcerer. That's kind of funny. So, set book, set Mirror Force pass. You could claim that you should set one, as this incentivizes the Heavy Storm. That might actually be better because we do have the read that this is not a Dust Tornado, as they would have used it at the same time as we used the. No, wait, it could still be a Dust Tornado. Yeah, okay. This is good. Also better against Breaker. Alright, let's see if it's a Judgment. It appears not. And I would draw the Breaker. That's a really good one. So I would think that their set card is could still be Book, but don't have to save their monsters there. And but why would we? So we set MST plus one card, turn one. What do you set alongside MST? Don't really understand. I guess we just summon Breaker and pick it off. I'm not sure what it is. I think that's weird for Moxies. Why would you set MST Mirror Force turn one? Then again, Moxes is probably a better warrior player than me. I have been practicing a bit though recently. So the book. Yeah, sure. So our hand is awful. Yeah, set MST pass. So I think we set MST here to. Oh wait. Oh right, Breaker is a dark monster. Cool. Who would have thought? For some reason I thought it was a Blade Knight. So Casus is great here, obviously. So I think we set the MST here. Couple of reasons. Actually, maybe we just shouldn't. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't set MST. Besides the tribute summon the Thunder Dragon, but there's no snatch. So this is to ensure that we have a dark in our graveyard, so that our second chaos. Yeah, I was discussing with Shifty, our third teammate, as this game was played, and Shifty was like, "Why would Shaggy ever do this? This seems like an error." So I answered him that probably Shaggy has a chaos monster in their hand, and fearing a chaos monster from Moxes. And yeah, that is why Shaggy did this, and I think it makes perfect sense. But yeah, the body of the chaos source is so valuable, and the Thunder Dragon body is so weak, so. It's not, I'm not completely sure it's correct, but I think it makes sense. So I think we set the Typhoon here because you could say that, oh, well, what if we get hit by the Breaker? But the Breaker is even worse if you don't set the Typhoon. So also plays around Dust Shoot. Yeah, here Moxis had like the think of the century. Both his players play very slow. But perhaps that's going to result in a high quality game, so that's positive. Set Cypher Soldier Pass. You could summon Chaos or Stern Attack, I guess. I'm not a fan. Because we think they have a Chaos Monster, right? And yeah, when you're playing a match for an hour, you might need a bathroom break. Yeah, this was unfortunate. Unavoidable though. So there is the Asura, which is an issue for our scapegoat. But if we summon the Chaos Monster, we get hit by their Chaos Monster. So we're in a bad spot here. I think we just have to summon the Chaos Monster, run over the Swordsman, and if they have a Chaos Monster of their own, which likely we do have, we're in bad shape. But that's just the line. This is so bad. Now we get hit with Asura. Yeah, this is awful. Blind MSD makes sense, as we want to have our Chaos Sorcerer play go through. And yeah, we just have to go for it here, I believe. Yep. Oh, we should put that in attack mode, not to lose the Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke. That's a slight misplay. Yeah, we hold on to the Snatch, and we hold on to the Thunder Dragon. So now we don't need to secure a Dark, because we don't have any Chaos Monsters in our hand, or in our deck, most likely. So this was a great outcome for us. No Chaos Monster. Actually, maybe Chaos Monster would have been better for us, seeing as we had the Snatch. No, this was still better for us. But this line of play is really weird for moxies. So we had a Sura XL Force Chaos Sorcerer. So why not just summon the Chaos Sorcerer to use the effect? And summon Asura and attack with Asura? That seems a lot better. I think that's looks like an error. Good thing Shaggy is on my team, though. I actually did play moxies the other day in another tournament. Goat Guys. The Goat Guys, I think, is the channel. It's a YouTube channel. They hosted a tournament. Where I played Moxes. I might do a replay review of that game. Oh, and of course, I must mention I ended up winning. So it will be fun to beat Moxes twice in one day in two different tournaments. Okay, so this is unfortunate. Not much to do. Now we're going to get destroyed by the Sura. I don't know that there's a reason to set the scapegoat. I guess Tribe plus Caesars? Sure, okay. We can set it. Yeah, and they don't have to fear Tarantula Mirror Force, as those have already been used. And we're dead, as the replay rules in GOAT are different. So here the players are discussing the replay rules. They say a bunch of nonsense, none of them are correct. What is correct though is that Shaggy did die. So we opened double Thunder Dragon, but we have Graceful Pot, so it doesn't matter. It's still nice. Stuttering. Pass. Yeah, I agree with this. I think Shifty said they didn't agree with it, which I find to be really weird. Like, how is this not the play? Anyway, we'll get it with the Donsalug. And this is just something you have to accept when playing as warriors. So that's a good one. I think we can set 2 now, as the Reggae Rick is chainable, so we're not even weak to a Pro Storm. Yeah, so set the Cypher Soldier, set 2 traps pass. Besides only set 1 trap. I think that's unnecessary. Yeah, I think we should set both. So we use the Saku here. Alright, we didn't get punished. That's nice. So set break, set book pass. We're going to Rageki break the Donsalug here. Discarding, I assume, Chaos Rooster. No, this is wrong. This is just bad. We should not use the book there. We top deck the Kaikuvo, which is a great top deck, so we summon that and attack. Yeah, this could work out still. Yeah, so we just pass. So here, I think we Rageki break the Donsalug. I'm not sure that it matters, because... Hmm. So do we want the Chaos Sources to banish the light or the dark? Actually, I think we Rageki break the Blade Knight because the Donsalug could be useful to have in a graveyard for a future revival, more so than the Blade Knight. But it's so marginal. I'm not going to dwell, but that's something to consider. Which to pop and which to banish. Discard a Chaos Sorcerer? What? No! Why? Why did you do that? The meta looks awful and the Chaos Sorcerer looks great. Another mistake, I believe. We top deck the Mimic, so now the meta looks better, but yeah, that's a mistake. I'm very certain. So we summon the Chaos Sorcerer, and we use the effect. Set Mimic pass, yeah, sure. Um, I would flip the Mimic. Maybe we should attack with the Sorcerer first to play on Torrential. Not that I think the Warrior deck has Torrential post side, but who knows what your opponents are doing. We could meta for a Senshi. Seems bad to me. Okay, we're going for it. This is so weird though, right? What if a judgment was? So it's unnecessary. The Chaos Sorcerer is looking pretty good. I guess we have to have judgment. If not, we're in bad shape, seeing as we don't have Chaos ready. And Snatch and Traps don't work. Nor does Book. Nor does Reinforcements of the army, seeing as we have no extra force. But we can still have G2 Warlord, I guess. Doesn't it also get... No, I don't agree with this, but it's a quite cool line. They chain the Compulsion to our set monster. Huh. So we're scared of a Magician of Faith, I think. We're planning to Solemn Judgment the Magician of Faith. But they... No, wait, I don't understand this. I guess they'll... Okay, I'm not quite following what's going on here. Oh, is the set card a Torrential then? That they were planning to use? I'm not following. Okay, let's just move on. Don't understand the timing on that compulse. I guess we just wanted to use it before the Senshi comes out. Yeah, we just reset it. Okay, so use the tribe. That's another reason not to go for the Senshi. Uh, BLS is a good draw. Wow, we're drawing quite well, thankfully. So summon BLS, use it. Goes for the Snatch instead. Are you trying to bait out like, what's it called? A Judgment? I'm not quite sure. Okay, at this point we just attack with the Tribune. Here we actually could use Metamorphosis to apply pressure. Don't think it's quite good enough though. That is interesting. So this puts us in a bit of an awkward spot because 600 points a turn, it's just not enough. But we, it would be overextending to apply more pressure. So I think this is a bit awkward. Alright, so now I summon the Belas. Wow, we really is holding on to it. I mean, maybe I would draw the Heavy Storm. Okay, maybe Shaggy is just a god. Wow. Nice. Okay, cool. Well played, Shaggy. I think you did great. Very happy to have you on my team. This replay really showed off. You know what you're doing. And good game, Moxis. Maybe next time uh, you can beat me in the tournament. Keep trying. And yeah, and thanks to you for watching.